My name is Jonatas, and now I'll talk a little bit about my first experience at Centennial College. First of all, before coming to the college, I was a little bit afraid because it is my first time studying outside of Brazil, and my first experience at Centennial College was quite funny because I went to the college on December 22nd, and the college was closed for the holidays, and I went back home and I went back to the college on January 2nd, and on January 2nd the college was jam-packed. A lot of international students was trying to do their registration, and on that day I wasn't able to do my registration. I went back home and returned it in the following day. On the following day I returned it, and I was able, at that time I was able to do my registration, but I spent 3 hours waiting in order to do my registration and build my timetable. After that, after I spent those 3 hours, on my first day of class was really good. The experience was really good. I was a little bit afraid at that time because I was afraid because of my English. I don't feel that my English is really good, and I was thinking that I wouldn't be able to keep up with the classes. But when I got to the class, I realized that everybody that is there is learning, is trying, is struggling in some way. And after that, I got a little bit relieved, and I got surprised by the fact that there are a lot of assignments and homeworks, and you need to put a lot of effort in order to do all the assigned homeworks and study for the test. But overall, my experience at Centennial College was really great.
Hi, my name is Brian Ferguson. I arrived in Canada on the 26th of December 2019, approximately 1 week to go before Centennial started. I had to go through the vigorous registration process. Upon arriving at Centennial, I was notified that some of my documents were not present, and I had to send all the way back home for the documents. I had no prior knowledge that I needed the documents, and so I had to express the documents here to Canada. After this part, the registration process was hassling. I had to stand in line for hours, waiting to talk to one person for them to look at my documents to say, yes, you're good. I thought this was a bit backward. With this being the first time studying outside of my home country, Jamaica, I thought it was a bit strange that Jamaica had better systems in place to deal with people matriculating onto university or college.
Hi everybody, my name is Sukhpreet Singh, and now I would like to share my first experience with Centennial College. Studying here in Centennial College was like dreams come true for me. Firstly, I came here in Canada in January 2019, and the first thing I visit in college in Progress campus is library, and I was very happy to know about the facilities that college is offering in the library. Like we can book our own tutor for study, and we can book our own study rooms if we want to study in groups, and they are also issuing laptops and tablets for us if we want to do our online work and other stuff. I was very happy to see it because at the first time I was very nervous that how things are going to work here as being in different country. But when I came to know about all these services that college are helping a lot to the students, then I was very happy. And the second thing, I visited that there was CCC department. It was also like a very good experience, good and new experience for me, because at CCSA department we can play a lot of games like pool and table tennis, and also watch TV and other stuff to get relaxation from study, which is very important, which was not present at my previous college. That's why I was very happy to see this, that college is offering this also for students. And then finally I entered in the classroom and got a chance to met with different types of people from different backgrounds and different countries, and it was also a very good experience for me, as this was first time I was visiting the different types of students from foreign countries, and I was very happy that I am going to learn a lot of things from their past experiences. And firstly, I was nervous, but then after attending one or two classes, I was very happy and was very positive about all the things. So this was all about my experience. And if I
Hello everyone, my name is Nitin Kunigal and today I'm going to be talking about my experience in Canada and at Centennial College. Well, I landed in Canada last April as a permanent resident, and my experience was pretty good, and I had to go through a bit of struggle in the beginning in terms of Canadian culture and other things. And eventually I got used to the culture, and I was able to interact with different people around, and I got a job in a couple of months, and I worked there for a couple of months and then joined Centennial College as a domestic student, full-time domestic student, and enrolled in project management graduate certificate program. My experience in terms of registration and other things was pretty good, because I'm not sure about international students, but for domestic students, I mean, the registration process is really seamless, because I registered online and it just took me maybe around 15 minutes or 30 minutes max to register, and it was really good. And once the registration was successful and I visited Centennial College, the first location I visited was the library. It was really good. The things I really like about Centennial is that the infrastructure is really good. It's awesome, one of the best, I believe, in the greater Toronto area. And even the ambience is really good, and professors are pretty good, and uh,
Some suggestions of improvement for Centennial College, I would suggest to improve the registration process. That process could be totally improved. Maybe you could upload the documents beforehand and then do some appointment, like the some day and hour that you should come to the college, and you that could be improved to avoid the long time waiting in to do the registration. And that's the only point that I have in mind.
Lessons learned. Uh, I think the whole process of Centennial registration could be brought about much easier in a way that it's more helpful to the students, where they feel more at home instead of waiting in hours upon hours in long lines. This could ease the transition between coming from your home country and coming to learn in Canada. It could engulf students in the Canadian culture and make the transition much, much easier. Thank you.
want to suggest something for college is that they are having very less parking space in the parking lots. I came to know about all this when I got my parking permit in last semester, I think. Then I came to know that they are having a lot of less parking space as compared to the parking permit holders. When we came into the college and go to the parking, then we have to spend 15 to 20 minutes or even 30 minutes also sometimes to find a single parking spot for our car. I think college should work on this thing in order to increase the student satisfaction rate. The second thing is student online registration process. College should have to work on online registration rather than to manual register, because when I firstly came here in college for registration, I it was a very bad experience as watching a huge line in front of you, and you have to stay in that line and to waste your 2 or 3 hours just for online, just for showing your document process and just for registration. That's why college have to do more work on online registration, like in which we can show our documents online, and which saves a lot of time to the students. And because when we firstly coming to a different country, we have a lot of other steps to do, like how we are gonna live in this country and how we are gonna study in the college and much more things. That's why I think college should have to work on this. Rest was very fine, and it was a very good experience studying in Centennial College. Thank you.
I didn't like a couple of things at Centennial. Perhaps the first thing is about the food. The food is pretty expensive on campus, and my suggestion is for Centennial is to make sure that they bring in some sort of discount voucher or something like that for food. Apart from that, I just need to give another suggestion at the moment, since we are facing this issue of COVID-19, and we are learning at a distance. I think the quality of teaching, I think needs a bit of improvement. I think that's the only advice for me in terms of teaching at the moment. So thank you very much.